Welcome back to Tap Tech, the channel where we bring you the latest updates, the most reliable reviews, and honest takes on the world of technology. If you love staying ahead with Apple news and more, you're in the right place. The Mac Mini has always been a fascinating part of Apple's lineup. It's compact, affordable compared to other Macs, and yet surprisingly powerful. Over the years, it's transformed from a simple entry-level desktop into a serious machine capable of handling demanding tasks. Now, with the upcoming Mac Mini M5, Apple looks ready to take this small but mighty computer to a whole new level. So when will we see it? Based on Apple's usual release pattern and the recent introduction of the M3 and M4 chips, the Mac Mini M5 is expected to launch in late 2025, likely around October or November. Apple often refreshes its Mac lineup in the fall, and this would fit right in with their schedule. This timing would also allow Apple to position the Mac Mini M5 as part of its holiday lineup, appealing to both professionals and everyday users. The heart of the new Mac Mini will, of course, be the M5 chip. Apple's custom silicon has been improving at an incredible pace, and the M5 is expected to bring major gains in CPU and GPU performance. Early reports suggest a focus on efficiency as well, which means the Mac Mini could deliver desktop-class performance while remaining cool and quiet in its tiny form factor. The neural engine in the M5 is also rumored to get a big boost, which would make AI-powered tasks like photo editing, speech recognition, and even advanced creative workflows much faster. This kind of performance bump could make the Mac Mini M5 a real alternative to more expensive desktops, especially for creative professionals, developers, and even gamers. Imagine running heavy editing software, coding environments, or high-end design tools smoothly on a machine that's smaller than most books. That's the promise of Apple's silicon, and the M5 looks set to deliver. But performance isn't the only thing changing. Design-wise, Apple may keep the Mac Mini's iconic small footprint, but leaks suggest a possible slimmer chassis and new finishes. While the silver and space gray designs have been classic, Apple could introduce new color options to match its other Macs. The form factor might not change dramatically, but expect refinements that make it look even sleeker on your desk. Connectivity is another area where Apple could make meaningful upgrades. The current Mac Mini already supports Thunderbolt 4, HDMI, and USB-A, but the M5 version could bring Wi-Fi 7 for faster and more stable wireless connections. It's also likely to include updated HDMI that supports higher refresh rates at 8K, making it a great choice for people working with high-resolution displays. More Thunderbolt ports could also be added, giving power users extra flexibility. Storage and memory options are expected to improve too. Apple may introduce higher baseline storage, possibly starting at 512 GB instead of 256 GB, and more RAM options, with configurations going up to 64 GB or beyond for pro users. Combined with the M5's efficiency, this would make the Mac Mini not just a starter desktop but a real powerhouse. Now let's talk about price. The Mac Mini has always been Apple's most affordable Mac, and that's not likely to change. The base model is expected to stay in the $599 to $699 range, making it a very attractive entry point into the Mac ecosystem. Of course, higher spec versions with more RAM and storage could push past $1,000, but the Mac Mini M5 will still offer incredible value compared to MacBook Pros or Mac Studios. Another interesting angle here is how Apple will position the Mac Mini M5 in its lineup. With the Mac Studio and Mac Pro targeting professionals and the MacBook Air serving students and casual users, the Mac Mini fits neatly in between. It's the perfect choice for someone who wants serious power at an affordable price and doesn't mind bringing their own monitor, keyboard, and mouse. With the M5 chip, the Mac Mini could eat into the territory of the Mac Studio, offering enough power for many pros at a much lower cost. And let's not forget about macOS. The Mac Mini M5 will almost certainly ship with macOS 15, and Apple will optimize the software to take advantage of the M5's AI and efficiency improvements. We could see smarter multitasking, new creative tools, and even better integration with iPad and iPhone. Apple's ecosystem is one of its biggest strengths, and the Mac Mini is always at the center of that seamless experience. Another exciting possibility is gaming. For years, Macs haven't been known as gaming machines, but with Apple Silicon, that's changing. The M5 chip could make the Mac Mini capable of running modern titles at high settings, especially with Metal and Apple's recent push into gaming. Combine this with the affordability of the Mac Mini, and it could become one of the best ways to enjoy both macOS and high-quality games. The Mac Mini also plays an important role for developers. Many developers rely on Mac Minis as test machines or servers, and the improved performance of the M5 will make them even more appealing. Apple might even target this group directly, knowing how important developers are to its ecosystem. When we look at the full picture, the Mac Mini M5 is shaping up to be one of Apple's most exciting devices of 2025. A compact design, incredible M5 performance, better connectivity, improved storage and RAM options, and macOS refinements all combine to make this small computer one of the most powerful and versatile on the market. For anyone who wants to get into the Mac ecosystem without breaking the bank, or for professionals who want a secondary machine that still delivers serious performance, the Mac Mini M5 is definitely one to watch. That's all for today's deep dive into the upcoming Apple Mac Mini M5. You've been watching Tap Tech, where we bring you the latest insights and updates from the world of technology. Stay tuned, because we've got more exciting coverage coming your way.